Okay, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom has been out for a little bit now. A number of people have done reviews on it. I ordered both mine pre-order from JB Hi-Fi in Australia, and I ordered them expecting them to come at the same time. Not only the game, but the Hyrule Edition Switch Lite. Switch Lite is not something that I have bought before, but it is part of the Zelda range, and when it comes to Zelda, I have to have it. There are some older Zelda consoles that I don't have that I missed out on, would have liked to have got, but I've kept up with them since the 3DS. Echoes of Wisdom itself is going to split the field as far as people who like it and don't. It mixes the old Zelda with the new Zelda. It brings back the dungeons, which is great. You've got your map, your compass, your big keys. All of that is there. The puzzle adventure type thing is all there. Being able to only get into different areas once you've cleared certain areas. So it's open world but restricted. That's all there, and it's just screams back to Zelda, a Link to the Past, a Link to Another World. For me, I really enjoy it. One of the features that comes in from the likes of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, is the ability to build and construct through echoes. So you're taking a copy of something and then basically photocopying that, whether it be monsters, objects, whatever. There is a list of those through the game. Now, the one thing that annoyed a lot of people was scrolling through all the objects in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom to find the objects that you want, whether it was a KSI or goblin guts, all of those things as far as the scrolling on the single line through all the objects to find what you're after is there in this. And because it's kind of like a Pokemon, you've got to catch them all as far as the echoes are concerned. Of course, you don't have the professor there giving you a Pokedex, but you do find that you want to collect every echo that you can. That list becomes quite long and quite complicated. So that's going to annoy a lot of people. I would have thought by now they would have come up with a better way to sort and manage those. One thing I've found is setting the list to recent cuts down your scrolling an awful lot, because you tend to find that you rely on certain things for periods of time. So overall, I love the game. Overall, I think Echoes of Wisdom is going to be one of those classic Zelda games in the future that people respond back to and revert to. It's going to get some contention up front, but down the track I think people are going to like it. Now, one of the things with buying it from JB Hi-Fi on pre-order was that there was a bonus offered, and it wasn't really advertised. It was a little bubble down the bottom of the shopping cart page, which just had in a different colour that there was a bonus coin. So this is a pre-order bonus that you're not really going to hear about very often. Everyone was concentrating on Best Buy and other American franchises. So places like JB Hi-Fi in Australia didn't really get any detail coming through on them about what pre-order bonuses they had. So this is a gorgeous little gold coin with Zelda on one side and just the game details, Echo of Wisdom on the other. Like I say, this was a JB Hi-Fi pre-order bonus. It was kind of hidden. So this one, I think a lot of people wouldn't have necessarily got. In Australia, there wasn't a lot of pre-order bonuses available. You had to buy from overseas. I think this one's really gone under the radar. So this one's going to become, in my opinion, probably quite collectible going forward. So really rapt to get that. The other thing turned up today, which is the Lite. Now, I haven't unboxed it yet. I figured we'd do that together. I haven't invested in the Lites previously. I'd gone for the full size consoles, and as soon as the OLEDs come out, I really concentrated on those. I've thought about getting the couple of Pokemon special editions from the Lite range, but haven't actually committed. But when this one came out, this is one that I just couldn't resist. This one I had to get. Now, of course, it does come with the online expansion pack, download code included, so that adds quite a bit of value to this, in that the price you pay is not all for the console. The price you pay is partially for the online expansion pack. So that's a bit of a bonus. Let's see if we can get this open without destroying the box. Great trick, metal ruler. They slide under, you can guide them through, and then once you got it through, you just give it a little wiggle, and usually they pop straight open without damaging your flaps. This one's being a little bit more difficult, but there we go. No damage to the flaps. Trying to pull that open, if I had to try to pull it open just by hands, no doubt it would have bent the corners of the box, which is something we really want to avoid. So, pulling this out, we have a lovely gold Switch. I thought it had a scratch there, but it was just a bit of cardboard paper, so that's all right. And you know, it's the first time I've held a Lite. This is a lot lighter than a full console. This is an OLED. Size-wise, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. Screen size, I'd say, is probably perfectly okay, considering when you look at the likes of the 3DS. That's your main play screen on the 3DS. It's about the same height, slightly wider, and I love playing on the 3DS, and I think it's more than enough. So this one, I think, is a really nice, it's got a nice feel to it. Beautiful black buttons stand out on the gold. Little Triforce in the bottom right there. And of course, the Hyrule emblem on the back. So beautiful looking unit there. One thing I just noticed is usually the Switch logo is right in the middle on this one. Because of the Hyrule logo, they've put the Switch one off on the left. Not a big thing, but interesting that they made that change. But it's a beautiful, beautiful unit. Really love that. And I would hazard a guess to say that is the same gold that they've done on the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Special Edition. I haven't pulled it out, but that looks very similar to me. So the rest of the box, does it have a kickstand? No kickstand on the Lite. Okay. It's a pity. I can understand why not having a kickstand, because the kickstand was really all about playing it remotely with the Joy-Cons removed. But you don't really have that option. You can't remove the Joy-Cons on the Lite, so having the kickstand is an obvious don't need it, but from a point of view of displaying the unit, having a kickstand would have been nice. So what it means now is I've got to buy or make a stand for that so I can display it with the rest of my Zelda kit. The rest of the box, just a quick look. We have the online expansion pack code, which I won't show on screen. And charger. So Good that it comes with a charger. So, yep, individual 12-month membership to Nintendo Online Plus expansion pack. So I'm going to have a look at that. My expectation is that it will allow the it'll allow the downloading of other Zelda games that have been brought across to the Switch from the older Game Boy DS and 3DS eras. So that'll be nice to get onto a Zelda unit. So that's it. As far as the game's concerned, I've played through the first areas and I have really been enjoying it. I find it to be a really good throwback to the old Zelda with some newer features and functionality that just add a bit more spice to it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing as Zelda instead of Link, and working towards obviously saving Link. I think it's if you're into Zelda, well worth a pickup. Like I say, it will divide some people, but if you're into the older Zelda games, you're going to love this. It's right there. So that's pretty much it. Big thing, bonus coin JB Hi-Fi. That's going to be a hard one to get, I think, because I don't think that one's going to show up too often. Whether you play or collect, happy hunting.